This demonstration we're going to look at configuring Active Directory discovery methods. The reason why we want to do that, we want to discover objects on our network so we can then manage those objects. So we're going to look at system discovery, which will allow us to discover computer devices, and user discovery, which allows us to discover users. Once we've discovered that information, we can then add that to the config manager database. We can then manage those devices or those users. We'll start with system discovery. So within system discovery, if we just right click, and we'll just have a look at the properties, and what we have at this point here on the general page, we can see we're currently looking for London client and London servers as our Active Directory containers. We're also going to add in our new locations, so we'll just browse this through, and we're going to browse through and we're just going to find our Sydney resources to start with. So we'll add in our Sydney clients, and we'll also as well add in our Sydney servers. Then what we'll do is we'll browse through again and we'll just find our Toronto client container, and we'll also as well add in our Toronto servers container. So we'll add them in as well. So now what we're doing is we're running a discovery for our new devices in Toronto and also as well in Sydney. Happy with all of that. So up at the top here, some of the options we have. We can discover objects with Active Directory groups. We're not going to bother. And we're going to recursively search Active Directory child containers. So we're going to look at any containers within Toronto servers, for example. Once we've done all that, we'll select OK. On the polling schedule, what we'll do is we will search every 7 days for new devices, and we'll look at replicable information every 5 minutes. So this is anything really that's been replicated to the global catalog server. Click on our Active Directory attributes. So these are the attributes that we're discovering from Active Directory. What I'm also interested in as well, if we just scroll this down, I'm also interested in company, and I'm also interested in department, and finally what we'll have a look at here, if we just scroll this down, is we're also interested in location, which is our L, so we'll add that in as well. Then under our options, only discover computers that logged on to a domain in a given period of time, we can highlight that tick box. So this will just prevent us from discovering stale objects, and we'll check that. If they haven't logged in 90 days, we're not going to bother. And only discover computers that have updated their account password in a given period of time. So 90 days again, we're not going to bother. We're just going to discover everything. Once we've done all of that, we'll select OK. And then what we'll do is we'll run our system discovery now and say yes. Then what we'll do is we'll just come into our Active Directory user discovery, right click and have a look at the properties. So this point here, we're discovering user objects in OU equals IT and the container equals users. I actually want to search across all of the datum. So we'll select our new button. We'll browse this through. We're just going to go for a datum and select OK. So this is where we want to discover everything. At this point here, what we'll do is discover objects within Active Directory groups. We're not going to bother. Recursively search Active Directory child containers. Yes, we will. And we'll just select OK. So as you can see at this point here, we've now added in datum. If we look at our polling schedule, again we're going to discover this every 7 days for any new objects, and any replicable information we'll discover every 5 minutes. Active Directory attributes for my user, I've got location in here, but what we'll also do as well is we'll scroll this down, and again we're interested in company. And if we scroll this down, department. Now that we've done that, so these are the Active Directory attributes we're going to discover. We'll select OK. And what we'll do is we'll do our Active Directory user discovery now. So we'll run a full discovery now and say yes. So now what we've done at this point here is we're now allowing Config Manager to talk to Active Directory. Active Directory will then report back the objects. Once the objects are reported back, what we'll then do is just come into Assets and Compliance. And then what we should find, if we look at users and devices, we should find some additional objects. Now I've just come into my users node, and on my users node, as we can see, a datum, all the way down, a datum. So at this point here, we've discovered all of these objects from the datum domain, and that's the end of this demonstration of configuring Active Directory discovery methods. Thank you.